All right, great day. I trust all is well. Brian Arahan here, just offering another quick pro tip, just something to consider in regards to one of the top reasons why most people don't hit their goals, don't hit their intentions, and a lot of it has to do with do we have an adequate growth plan? The reason why we bring this up is because a lot of times when we see that, all right, we've got goals, we have intentions, we start to get into doing action. It might be more calls, it might be more emails, it might be more open houses, it might be more whatever it might be. And yet the question goes back to if you're going to do double the income, double the numbers, double the activities, things oftentimes you've never done before. The question is, are you thinking at that level at which would require you to perform? So, for instance, you say, all right, my intention is to make $1 million, yet you've never done that before. Okay, well, number one, are you thinking in that manner? Are you thinking at that level of financial awareness? One of the things that we know is almost a rule of thumb. It's called the law of, say, your financial thermostat, meaning you're only going to make as much as you need, right? You're only going to make as much as you need. So if you're used to operating off of $100,000 a year and that's been your thing, as soon as you hit $100,000 or are on track for $100,000 for the year, then what happens with your thermostat? It kicks on, it cools you off, cools you down, and you're okay where you're at because maybe you see a certain amount of money in your account, maybe you have a certain amount of projected closings coming up, and you just don't really quite feel the need or the necessity to do more because you're operating off of a number that you're used to having. Now, if you decide to up your level of intensity and necessity for what you desire to achieve or earn to make sure that you cover your day-to-day, your month-to-month expenses, then right, you'll operate at a bit of a higher level in it. You're only going to make as much as you need. And so that's where the whole concept of the growth plan comes in, is because when you have a plan of action that's going to allow you to think at a higher level, meaning that maybe your financial IQ increases, maybe your sales ability increases, maybe your EQ. A lot of people don't grow or succeed in real estate is because they don't have the necessary emotional intelligence to weather the storm, whether it be like the market that we're currently in right now. The market that we're in right now isn't for the faint of heart, meaning, number one, are you disciplined enough to take action every single day? Are you disciplined enough to be resolute in the no's that you're going to hear? Or better yet, in my mind, I only hear not yets. And yet, are you trained or resolute enough to hear the not yets instead of the no's? Being open and honest with yourself to say, you know what, no matter what I hear, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to door knock. I'm going to open the house. Whatever it is, your strategy for winning. As long as you continue to persist, you will create opportunities for yourself in the future. So also EQ, going back to how people respond to you, how you communicate, how you listen, how you hear, how you show up in your sales ability. So sales IQ, emotional IQ, financial IQ, also fitness, right? How are you keeping up with the amount of energy necessary in order for you to perform at the highest level possible? These are all things that are important. And you've never done this before, this career path, whether it be real estate or whether any other type of financial sales, what you understand is that you've got to make sure that you're showing up financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all the above. All that matters. So question is, what is your plan of growth to help you grow in the areas that you have to grow in? And so there's a couple of different resources that I'll share with you. Number one is here you go. It's the what a simple growth plan looks like. It's nothing that you have to really consider to be overwhelming or a whole lot of stuff. Literally, it's just what is your plan for growth for 2023 and what that looks like. So personally, what are you going to read today? Professionally, what are you going to study today? All right, are you going to study a script? Or are you going to study a model or a source of business, right? And literally, you're going to break it down: personal, professional, as you go through the 12 months. What are you going to be listening to? So, for instance, we're at Keller Williams. February, I trust. Family reunion was on there. We know that in September we're going to be going to Mega Camp. Is that on your schedule? Are you planning for that? So again, the growth plan is an intentional way for how you intend to grow yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, whatever are the most important things to you. All right. And so just a quick little tip there. In order for you to grow your business, grow your income, you've got to have an intentional plan for how you're going to grow yourself first. Implement that plan. Again, whether it be financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever the case is, then what you'll find is as you think at a higher level, then you'll earn and perform at a higher level as well. So I trust that helps. Just a quick little tip there. Reach out to me. Any questions you've got or you want to go deeper, always here for you. Be well.